Why did no one tell me how absolutely bonkers Druid is this season? I thought it was merely good, but he's absolutely broken. Tormented bosses, summon them. Your first skill you use will always be Cataclysm, as that activates your ulti and gets the vulnerable show started. So Cataclysm starts spamming Landslide, and then again Howl and Cyclone Armor back and forth. That's it. While we're holding down that Landslide button, Tormented bosses eaten up. Phase 1 Uber Lilith, walk up to her, right click, hold down for Landslide, and then just go with every single time the cooldown for Cyclone Armor's up. Just use it, spam it away, keep putting down your Landslides. She lands in the middle, activate your ultimate, just get her completely melted into oblivion. Put yourself to the left side as she jumps down. And she's dead. So that was phase number 1. And for phase number 2, we get this amulet, which gives us movement speed and GT crate gate. Jeez, I don't know how to pronounce this one. But these 6 ranks make us move faster in werewolf form. And that is extremely good. Again, light sliding up, Cyclone Armor down straight away. Just get her completely melted away. Yep. She's going to come there, just put it down where she's going to land. She's probably going to stagger her. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually stay in werewolf form. So we're going to werewolf, 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 werewolf. So if she cuts this off now, we're in werewolf form and just zooming around. And if you actually go back to human form, you can keep the cooldown of your werewolf blood howl up. Then you can actually go werewolf form again. Go werewolf back again. See? 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we get the full movement speed. I got my blood howl now, so just in case I turn back, whoop, blood howl, more movement speed. Go hit her, extend it again. Just zooming around. Boop, boop, hit her once, hit her twice, and we're full werewolf the whole time, full speeding around, not being able to get stopped in any way. Uber Lilith. Easy life. And the key to survival in Infernal Hordes is actually pretty simple. You're staying in the middle. Again, we were spamming Blood Howl and Cyclone Armor whenever we can to get our shapeshifting bonus. Shapeshifting, maximum attack speed, movement speed, damage reduction, double these bonuses, everything. And you never use Earthen Bulwark. Apart from if you get stunned. Anything, like any effect that would actually stun you and make you not able to act, that's when you're using Earthen Bulwark. Otherwise, your Cyclone Armor, as you're spamming it away, will actually continuously provide you with Earthen Bulwark as well due to your key passive. Therefore, we're just essentially staying in the middle, we're blasting away, we're getting everything down, and if there is a freeze, a stun, a knockdown, a whatever happening, right? Boom, Earthen Bulwark, become unstoppable, safety. Otherwise, we're just standing here in the middle and our lightnings are essentially tearing everything apart. That's why I also want to have the Bloodborne so much, because they actually do come to you into the middle. And since we have Skinwalker, whenever we shapeshift, which we continuously do, we heal 15% of our maximum life. Our maximum life being 55,000 or 62,000. Now, how does this all work? First, the skills. We do need Claw. Why Claw in between? Well, you might run out of resources every now and then, and it helps you to quick shift around. Technically, this can be replaced through Poisonous Creeper. You do really still want to have it in the skill bar, especially versus bosses. Then we get 18 ranks in Lightning Storm. That will be achieved solely over our gloves. It's crazy, and we're going for the Raging Lightning Storm for the bonus strike. Technically, Prime Lightning Storm is an option for the Immobilize, but the bonus strike is just essentially more DPS. Pumping out the Landslide together with the Enhanced Landslide. You don't need Primal or Raging Landslide. We get Bulwark to make us unstoppable. That is necessary. Just 1 point into Cyclone Armor because we don't need the slow, nor do we need the vulnerable or anything bonus out of it. And then we're playing Blood Howl together with Preserve and Blood Howl for the insane attack speed. That being said, you can go for the bonus Spirit, but you might have noticed that I'm never running out of Spirit. This is only if you struggle still with your Spirit production in the beginning, but I'll present you with an alternative aspect for this. preserving blood health in the long run will be better. You can put 3 points into fortitude if you're lacking with the resistance, but you only want 1 in the long run, plus the bonus damage reduction as we're using defensive skills. 3 points to damage to distant, ergo never stand close to bosses. You want to stay them, not in melee range, but never in them. Okay, then 1 point into elemental exposure for the vulnerable and 3 points for the longer cataclysm. That's actually huge. We get healed more and we get more life in werebear, and we're permanent werebear. Plus our earth skills are doing incredible bonus damage and some more fortify with critical strikes. That leads us to Defiance for the nature magic skill damage with the natural disaster. 1 point into Circle of Life for the bonus heal. 9 total points currently defensive posture for 27% bonus damage reduction. And then we get the quick shift for the bonus damage stacking and 7 points in heightened senses at this point. These 7 points provide me with 42% damage reduction. Yep, you get 21% if you're in werebear, and if you get both bonuses active with a werebear and werewolf, yeah, I mean, we're consistently shifting around and having just that huge amount of damage reduction. And then the key piece, Nature's Fury for casting earth skills, cast storm skills, casting storm skills, cast earth skills. That makes everything happen. Our spirit boons are going to be the damage reduction from elites, so even more damage reduction with the attack speed and also critical strike damage, followed up by spirit, a regain on lucky hit, which is our spirit engine. And then lastly, the calm before the storm, that lucky hits will reset the cooldown of our ultimates by 2 seconds, and we're consistently lucky hitting. Now the gear looks incredible. Yes, I know. And we're also running the Ring of Starless Skies. Thing is, the Ring of Starless Skies is not needed. It is in the end, if you have it, to make the build even better. But if you do not have the Ring of Starless Skies yet, the alternative would be a ring with a rejuvenation aspect. Rejuvenating gives you 30% chance to restore your whole goddamn spirit if you fall below 20. Pair that together with a lucky hit and it instantly just soaks you up in between. It is plenty nice and quite amazing. Now you might wonder about all my masterworks already and how many hours is in this character. Got level 100 3 hours ago. How is this possible? I started speed farming tier 5 hordes with level 90 already, masterworking my gear to 8 out of 12 until I was level 100. The next item is the Earthbreaker ring. That one you really want, and we're looking for the chance for landslide projectiles to cast twice. The more landslide is being casted, the more you're getting the storms out, the more damage you're doing. That is definitely the highest thing you want on this item. The amulet is looking for attack speed and max life. I have a percentage of willpower that works very well. Obviously, it would be better to have ranks and quick shift for more damage multipliers. Cataclysm cooldown reduction and damage to distant enemies is 100% important. And then your core skills deal up to 60% increased damage based on your amount of fortify. And since I'm fully fortified at any moment of the game, I consistently have a 60x damage multiplier rocking. On the offhand, we're looking for crit chance with the maximum life and the willpower, then damage to crowd controlled enemies or distant enemies. I do have enough distant enemies for the multiplier, so damage to crowd control actually works really well here. Then chance for landslide projectiles to cast twice, a must. And then casting storm skills grants your earth skills 41% critical strike damage, and casting earth skills gives your storm skills another 11% critical strike chance. That is the natural balance, and it's so good. Now as a weapon, you could play Doombringer if you do have Doombringer, but I personally prefer the normal dagger with landslide aftershock, that all my landslides are doing stacking pillar damage, which is really amazing, plus the life on hit. The life on hit being so good to soak us back up. Critical strike damage, maximum life, a must, and then chance for landslide projectiles to cast twice. Now, the boots are going to be Wild Heart's Hunger, and they're so easy to actually max out as you're consistently going for human form, werewolf, landslide, human form, werewolf, landslide, human form, werewolf, landslide. I explained that in the beginning. It is so simple. You don't even have to try to stack this up. It just literally stacks up from alone. Pants could be T-Bolt's will, but I personally prefer just playing a normal pants here. It's 20% less damage. That's fine. We get total armor percentage, lucky hit chance to freeze or stun, max life, willpower, and then when you use a shapeshifting skill that changes your form, ergo, we're going into the werewolf in between, we're going to the human, we're going back to the bear, right? You have for 15% of your maximum life. If you're at full life, gain the same amount of fortify. That helps so much to even more fortify, but also to say maximum life the whole whole time. I mean, as we're spamming Cyclone Armor back to Bear Form, Cyclone Armor back to Bear Form, Cyclone Armor back, we're just full. Never struggle. Also, I do have lightning resistance affix here. I do have a lightning resistance affix here. All stats, all resistances would be better, but it's lightning resistance and then amethyst, ruby, and emerald here currently. Just works very well. The key piece, the unsung aesthetic wraps from the Beast of Ice, 10 ranks to Lightning Storm. Yes, and that's only one time masterwork. If you 2 times masterwork this, I think you can get up to 15 or 16 ranks in this in the long run. But the crazy part is Lightning Storms gains 1 additional strike each time it grows, and then Lightning Storm's critical strikes cause lightning to strike twice, dealing 40% increased damage. The hell? And we're currently sitting at a 70 or 80% critical strike chance with this build. Beautiful. On the chest, we're playing Symbiotic. Symbiotic is insane. When Nature's Fury key passive triggers, which it does all the time, then we're reducing the key cooldown of an opposite skill. So I spam Cyclone Armor, we're reducing the cooldown of Earth skills. I spam Earth skills, we're reduce the cooldown of Storm skills, and that's how the Cyclone Armor is essentially consistently up. Lucky a chance to freeze or stun, maximum life, willpower. I do have life per second. I think I could go for a normal armor percentage roll, but with the double total armor percentage, I'm just perfectly at 9,400. And then last but not least, Vasili's Prayer, for my Earth skill being Werebear skilled, so that we are actually in Werebear. Whenever we use Earth skills, we get all our quick shifting bonus, we get the Wild Heart Hungers boot bonuses, and the 6 ranks to defensive posture for that huge amount of damage reduction. It's simply incredible. I mean, 9.9% willpower doesn't hurt, as we're sitting currently at 1,200 willpower, and hey, every 8 points is 1% of damage. We'll take it. And the Paragon Board is incredible. We're currently running Spirit. You want that at level 21 as early as possible because critical strike damage is everything you're pumping out. Then we're going into the Constricting Tendrils board, which gives us here the Earth and Sky glyph to boost up the maximum life load to the max. Again, you want this one level 21 as soon as possible, as these go from a simple 2% up to 5%. That's huge. Then upwards into the Earthen Devastation board, and here we could take some more damage to crowd control, as it's only a 45% damage multiplier, right? So instead of tempering all the damage to distant, we could temper another damage to crowd control instead, just to max out this multiplier. Together then with the Keeper glyph for the bonus elemental resistant and even more earth critical strike damage doesn't hurt. Into our Survival Instinct boards, while we're in Werebear form, we do essentially way more damage, and we get the Fulminate glyph to do more lightning damage against healthy and injured enemies. This works explicitly well versus the end bosses and also in the pit. Lastly, we're getting Ancestral Guidance, where we simply get 75 spirit spent, 30% damage multiplier, and well, let's be real, we're consistently spamming 75 spirit. I mean, this is an always up bonus. It's a simple 30% bonus damage. Technically, there is the heightened malice for the 45%, but we need 3 or more poisoned enemies nearby, and for this we would have to play the Poison Creeper instead of the Rabies. It is possible to do that, but I really do prefer to actually have my normal basic skill active, just in case your spirit production is flagging at some points. Now from the Constricting Tendrils board, we head over to the left to the Thunderstruck board, and that's where we want to have the damage versus distance for the maximum bonus here, but you see it's already at 60%, so probably swapping one temper over just to squeeze out a little bit more damage would be worth it, together with a Werebear glyph for another 15% damage. I'm feeling they have like 200% damage reduction on this. It's actually incredible. We're also picking up the 6% max life and the lightning resistance here, which allows us to essentially play around with the gems then easily for the all resistance. And lastly, you're going down, and this should be your board number 5 or 6, as the willpower requirement goes up to 850, and you're getting another 8% max life, which currently brings us as an easy 46,000 life inside the city, and we're missing 3 royal rubies. Can I actually make 3 more? And suddenly we're sitting at, boom, 50,000 base life. And if we're shifting into bear form, it's 56,000. And we're still missing the 20% from the elixir of fortitude. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Druid build, the best Druid build you'll probably ever encounter. If you now do want to level it from level 1 on, here's the guide that explains the 1 to 50 path. And if you're still unsure about Season 5 and some of the mechanics, there's a video with a lot of tips and explanations. Enjoy and have a fantastic good day.